Welcome everyone, I'm Anthony the Eclectic Chef. Well, today we're setting through the process of preparing and cooking Shio Koji chicken breast. Well, it wasn't without speed bumps, but we got there in the end, so stick around and we'll have some fun. So, you'll remember 4 or 5 weeks ago we made a Shio Koji burger patty. After that, everybody does steaks, but I thought, I wonder what this is like on chicken. So now we're back from the English kitchen. Today we have a chicken breast, which I have flattened just to get an even thickness. And we have spread 1 tablespoon of Shio Koji on each side. I'm going to cover this up with cling film, pop it in the fridge, leave it for 48 hours. We'll wipe the excess off, cook it up and see how it tastes. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so 48 hours later, we're just going to wipe the excess Shio Koji off the chicken breast. Now, some people like to wash this off and soak it in water. I am not up for that. I don't think I want to soak this chicken breast in water before we cook it. So I'm going to cook this chicken breast exactly the same way I cook every other chicken breast. We've dried it with a paper towel, and now we're going to sprinkle some Wonder flour over it. Just rub it into the meat. Helps to brown the chicken. I know we should get enhanced browning, but I don't want to change anything from my usual process. So I'm using avocado oil today, nice and neutral. I'm looking for 350 degrees in the oil. Getting there, nearly there. Here we go. Chicken breast in the oil. See how this browns up. Well, the Shio Koji enzymes have definitely done something to this chicken, which is almost over browned for me. We're going to give it a taste, it'll be okay. Normally, this would just be a light brown, given the time we've cooked it. So we're going to taste a little piece and see if it's adjusted the taste as well. So let's see what we think. Let it rest for a little bit. Let's try a little bit of this chicken. So it became clear to me after we finished this first experiment that this chicken browned too much, too quickly, even though the oil was at the right temperature, and it was undercooked in the middle. It was raw, actually. I mean, I did eat this whole thing and suffered no ill effects, but this is not acceptable. So we're going to show you what a real piece of chicken I usually cook looks like. Then we're going to go back and try this again. So stick around. Sorry for the speed bump, folks, I really am. All of which doesn't get away from the fact that this actually tastes pretty good, but we just can't serve it. Showing you this as a benchmark of what a normal piece of chicken breast cooked according to my practice looks like. Now, this chicken was dusted in Wonder flour before we fried it in a pan, but it has a very pleasant colouring, cooked right through. As you can see, it's nice and brown. And we'll use this also as a taste benchmark versus our Shio Koji chicken breast. I saw 2 ways around this overly quick browning. One was to slice the chicken breast up and cook it in pieces. I didn't want to do that because I want to serve an intact chicken breast. So the only other option I could think of was sous vide cooking and then a quick post browning in the pan when we're not looking to cook the chicken. So here we are, chicken breast, sous vide. This will be about an hour at 65°C. I'm using a very reliable pasteurization chart, which I will put a link to in the comments, in the description, excuse me. So here's our chicken breast after sous vide. Yes, it's pretty unappetizing, isn't it? Which is why I don't care for sous vide chicken. But it's what we need to do to make sure it's cooked through before we just brown it very quickly. I should tell you, these are $1.99 chicken breasts that I got from a major US supermarket. They came out of a large cardboard box and a plastic bag, and were dumped in a plastic bag and sold to me. So I don't see these as the best quality chicken breasts. Well, I ate one last night and it tasted fine. The reason I tell you that is I amped the temperature and the time just a little bit in the sous vide to make sure this was food safe. We're going to brown it, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done, and I'll give you a taste test. So here's our chicken breast once we've browned it off. I did put a weight on this, and I probably shouldn't. It's probably accelerated the browning, but it's not excessive. Looks pretty good. So we're going to try a taste. By the way, the oil was 320 to 350. I used my laser thermometer to check during the cooking process, and I think this actually looks pretty good. So after all that work, how does it taste? Well, nothing like the chicken, its fellow breast that I cooked last night. Has a more tangy flavour, deeper flavour. It was an interesting experiment. Given all the work, I can't say I would do this for an every night meal. If it is something you wanted to do as a dish for guests to discuss with them the benefits of Shio Koji on chicken, maybe. Otherwise, really not. It really ain't that special. It's different, it's tasty, it's good, but it ain't that special. I'll probably be more inclined to serve it with a sauce and say, hey, try this Shio Koji chicken with a little bit of tang to it, and I'd build a sauce that would suit it. With that, this has been a lengthy video, a lot of work, and if you stuck it through this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you like our work and content, please like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Okay, folks, I stand by my conclusions, but I've been thinking about this project over the last couple of days before we got to editing, and I think I've concluded that the best way to serve Shio Koji chicken breast may be to pound it a little thinner. After the 48 hours, coat it in panko and serve it as chicken katsu. It will cook through, the panko won't overbrown, we don't have to spend hours doing sous vide. So at some point we'll come back and try that, but I have to tell you, I'm a bit Shio Koji chickened out right now, so see you later for that one.